Hey gang, welcome to the Cross-Eyed Texan, and it has been a couple of weeks since I did a fragrance review, but that's exactly what we're going to do today. Well, actually, you guys are going to help me make a decision. So I've been experimenting with a couple of decants that I got from good old Decantex, and if you've never heard of them, I will put a link down in the description. Hold on, let me move this microphone around. I'll put a link down there to them in the description because I love me some Decantex. And no, I'm not a shill for Decantex, but that's keeping this channel alive. This is an expensive hobby. It's not as expensive as watches, but it's still pretty darn expensive. All right, so here are what we have today. That's Hermes, Terre de Hermes, and Hermes Eau Givre. I just got this one in the mail just the other day, and you can see how much is left. And you can see how much is left in that one. And I'm trying to decide which one of these that I want to get for the first one. And in a way, I've kind of already made up my mind. The Eau Givre is very bright, a summertime banger as far as I'm concerned. But it doesn't last all that long. It's about as much as this. And we're going to be talking about this pretty soon too. I was mad when I bought this, but I got it for $26. Afternoon iced coffee. Nom nom nom. But let's get on with this. I love this because it will work in any time in my state. Okay, here in North Texas, the average the average temper is on the freeway. The average temperature is around 95 degrees. If you average out all the high temperatures in North Texas, you're going to wind up in the upper 90s. So having a bunch of winter fragrances doesn't really do me a whole lot of good here, but having a lot of summer fragrances, freshies and things gets kind of boring because there's only so much you can do with a fresh fragrance, and by chemical nature, fresh fragrances just don't last as long because the molecules on the top are smaller. That's a fact. They're smaller and they dissipate quicker. That's why there's always woods in the bottom, because chemically the woods act like a fixative and they hold on to everything else and then slowly release it. But fresh fragrances just don't last that long. This seems to strike a balance between fresh and depth. I mean, that flint note, well, I've heard somebody describe it as a dusty orange. And that's exactly what this is. The first couple of times I smelled this, I didn't like it. So I put it back in my I have this little cup here that my friend made me. Hi, Carrie. I broke the handle off of it. I'm sorry. But that's where I keep all the rest of them. So I put this away. I didn't give it much thought. About a month or so went by, and I decided to reach in and give it a try. And I don't know what kind of magic happened while it was sitting in there, but good Lord, did it change. It got better. And I really decided that I liked it. Sorry, I see the light there. And this will work well on hot days. It'll work well on the cold days that we have. This would be a true year-round fragrance for me. But the Eau Givre, this stuff right here is fantastic. And I probably could get a whole lot of use out of this one as well. That lovely, that lovely citrus, that citron note just pops. And it stays there. And it's got a little bit of the earthy tone in the background. But I think I could get a lot of use out of this one too. So I'm trying to make up my mind, and maybe you could help me make up my mind. But here's kind of what I'm thinking, though. I think with this range of fragrances, I may start out with the OG. I may start out with the OG because I really have gotten to love this fragrance. In fact, I like their stuff. I'm not a big fan of the atomizers. But the good thing about it is I know when I get the bottle that it'll be even better because I'll get more out. But I'm thinking I'm leaning toward this one because this one has a little more sophistication than most of the other things I have. This one is more mature. It's not as sweet. And, you know, I turned 59 years old in August, and I've got some sweet fragrances right here behind me. And I've got some things that I really enjoy. I mean, for goodness sake, this is a banger. This is a great fragrance. But there's just something about the earthy flint note with that orange in this one that is just intriguing. I wore this to my recovery group last night, and I actually got 2 comments on it. It doesn't last as long as I'd like. I've considered maybe the Parfum. I don't know if that lasts any longer. I'm welcoming comments to let me know what you guys think. But that's what I've been up to lately. Okay? So let me know in the comments what your opinion is. I'm going to show you some things that we got coming up. We are definitely going to be talking about Jimmy Choo Man. As I understand it, the difference between this and Dior Homme Cologne as far as longevity is about an hour, hour and a half. And I don't know that I can justify $100 for a 5 or 6 hour fragrance when I can get a 4 to 6 hour fragrance for, you know, God, what did I pay for this? $26? This was a tester. Another thing I'm working on right here that I'm really starting to like is Booster by Lacoste. This is a grapefruit and mint bomb. This will make you feel better. This is appropriately named. So in the next couple of days, we're going to be talking about these 2. And I'm going to go over some other fragrances and find some other stuff. And I still got this that we can talk about that we're going to do a full review on. I was hoping this would be suitable in the summertime, but for my taste alone, it's still a little too thick. But anyway, I've been feeling bad for the past month. I'm finally getting better. Air quality down here has just been atrocious. My ear's been clogged up. In fact, it still kind of is. But we're going to have some more content coming, and I'm going to pick up a couple of things this month. And I'm going to drop a link for Decantex in the description. Because like I said, and it's no joke, that's keeping this channel alive. I cannot afford to buy on a fixed income, you know, a whole bunch of fragrances to review. And I'm not anywhere close to getting monetized yet, but it doesn't matter. I'm doing this because I enjoy it. But anyway, that's my take. Let me know which one you think I should get. Terre de Hermes, the EDT. Start off at the bottom there, work my way up, or start off with the Ogivray. And I don't think I'm going to really go wrong with either one. But I'm leaning toward the EDT. Anyway, thank you guys for subscribing. God bless y'all. Take care of each other. Go out and be a blessing to someone today. Talk to y'all later.